Hello YouTube, Alexander here again. Today I was thinking about making a video about a kind of a really long-term project. I've been working on this build for almost 2 years, and yeah, I'm still not done, but now I've decided I'm going to complete it now. And this video is partly asked for by both Mr. Nathan and Paul Karyakos. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. And yeah, basically my two favorite blasters is the Demolisher and the Long Strike. Even if the Long Strike performs like crap unmodded, and even if you mod it, it's still not that good. But the shell is beautiful, and yeah, so I kind of decided to take the best of two worlds and started to build this integration that I've kind of have dubbed the Longlisher. I was kind of undecided on a portmanteau until quite recently, and it's the handle and the stock portion of the Long Strike with the Demolisher with the launcher cut off. That launcher is now a part of Asmodeus. Watch my previous video for more on that. But right now I'm kind of in the area of the epoxy and sanding hell. I'm right now waiting for some 3D printed parts, and those of you that have seen a Demolisher before might not recognize the Picatinny rail on top, and that's a 3D printed part I bought of, on Reddit he's known as Ill Band Guy. He has an Etsy store. I will link to the store in the description, but he designed and printed this rail that I bought of him. I have a few more of his Demolisher parts on the way, and I have a certain blaster that also is on its way to get sacrificed, so I can patch up the area where the launcher was. And yeah, when I'm done, it's going to have a golden artifact canted flywheel cage that my wife gave to me as a wedding gift, and yeah, that's one for the grandchildren, getting Nerf parts as a wedding gift. What are your definition of romantic? But I plan on using the Foam Blast Fanged Revamped And yeah, I've just shown you one side of the blaster because something happened on the other side, and I from the beginning I intended to use is it the MTB Hellcats? I can't remember which of the MTB 180 sized motors I plan to use, but either I was thinking about either those or the original fangs from Foam Blast, and I made a hole to fit the motors, and I bought Blastersmith UK's expanded their 180 motor cover and their expanded battery tray, but I kinda accidentally dropped this, and the motor cover shattered into tiny sharp pieces. So I had more or less a frame around a big huge gaping hole that I cut up to have as much room as possible for the motor cover, and yeah, I'm going to have a lot of more putty work to fix this. Gladly, I've ordered a new motor cover from Ilband Guy. I can really recommend him. He, as far as I know, he's a nerfer that in his own private time models 3D printed kits or parts for mainly those blasters that the flywheel blasters that often get forgotten. He's done really beautiful parts for the Demolisher, and he has made gorgeous parts for the Doomlands Desolator, or Impact Zone, or whatever it was called, and they look really good on a Desolator, so much that I have kinda debated with myself if I will take the plunge and buy a Desolator in the future, but for now I'm focusing on this build. And yeah, I think his parts are really good for the price he sells them for, and he's really helpful if you have questions and want to discuss ordering parts more on the custom side. Also on this side I have filled in one of the curved stripes. I've also filled in one of the stripes on this side, and the old screw holes that the new rail covers up. But yeah, the gaping hole where the flywheel cage is gonna sit is not my proudest moment, and it's gonna take some time to sculpt up around the motor cover, and it's gonna take some time to sand it smooth, and yeah. Did I mention this is a long-term project? And yeah, I'm still not decided if I'm going to try and make this full auto or if I'm going to keep it semi-auto. Because of the integration, I had to remake the screw post for the trigger, because both the long strike screw post got cut up during when I cut up the long strike, and the one in the Demolisher also got destroyed during the work of the integration. This is the second time I've remade the seam between the blasters. The first time I had a bad experience with some two-part epoxy. It on one side of the blaster it expanded, and the handle in the stock was bent almost at 25 degree, and so I had to break it apart and redo it, and now it's better. And it's my son in the background. I'm going to make more videos when I've made more of a progress on this blaster, and I'm my wife has started to call this blaster my other baby, and she's starting.
I'm right, I'm right.
She's kind of starting to compare me to Torbjörn in Overwatch, because someone put out a joke that if one of his turrets gets blown up, he's gonna yell "my baby," and if his daughter Brigitte gets hit, he's gonna yell "my other baby." And when she heard that joke, she took a long judging stare at me. So I have some plans for barrel extension, or muscle piece, however you may want to call it. And I've been looking up I've been looking a bit at the ammo counter that Wacom previously, not so long ago, did a video on in his Ultra Strife build, and I might have some space available for ammo counter on this one. I'm contemplating some sights or a scope for the top picketing rail, and some other parts. I almost used a Swedish expression, lite smått och gott. Some, how the hell translate that?
That. I don't know.
Literally it means small and tasty things, but some parts of this and that is what it means, but not a literal sense. And to say it yet another time, this is an ongoing project. I'm not done for at least I don't actually want to know how long time this project is gonna take, but yeah, I'm sinking a lot of time into this, and it's kind of fun. And yeah, I want to give a shout out partly to both to Mr. Nathan and Paul Karyakos. I'm still really sorry if I butcher your name. Paul has been giving me some support on Discord over this build, and I've talked to Mr. Nathan about getting his opinion on this build, as he too had a blaster that was put on hold because he tried to mod a Demolisher and didn't know what to do. And actually that video was one of the reasons that made me pick up this project again, and thank you, I guess. It really was a kicking my butt into gear, so to say. And yeah, I'm going to make another update video when I've filled in the gap from the rocket launcher, and when I've got the 3D printed parts fitted. And yeah, I'm maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to make some few more videos about a mod I've done, and some, you could call it kind of a tag back style video on retro last review. So yeah, take care, and yeah, I'll see you in another video. Bye.